I never thought this would be an issue for us. Hi guys, and happy Saturday. I feel like I never start out the vlog on the weekend, but I figured, you know what, let's switch things up a bit because it's very monumental. Both kind of work. Occasion where Zach has off from work today. You guys know he gets 2 weekend days off a month, and today is one of them, and I'm applying all this on screen. It is the most overcast day ever, but I have heard that but even on overcast days, the sun can get ya, so we are going all in on that. It is so hot outside right now. I just looked it up. It feels like is 99, and like I've said before, I know for a lot of people that's nothing, not a big deal. It's like that's your version of cold, but let me tell you, like I was trying to reflect on this. Is this a placebo effect or is this really happening? A lot of people warned me that during pregnancy you really can overheat faster than normal, but I really didn't think that was going to be me because I normally love the heat. And listen, I'm one of the biggest candidates for the placebo effect that there ever was. Like, if you tell me your right arm hurts, 5 minutes later, my right arm is throbbing. Like, I'm just one of those people. But I really do think that I have been feeling hotter than normal because it's not just like me being like, oh, I'm hot. I could feel my heart racing, like when I'm walking Asher in the heat, which normally, obviously, like going for a walk is not something that makes my heart race. So I actually do think there is merit to the whole thing about pregnancy and overheating. And of course, this is outside, and everyone who has been posting about this on social media has been talking about how hot it is there. Okay, this is the ultimate form of pregnancy brain. I didn't even tell you guys what we're doing tonight. So Zach and I and a couple of our friends are going to Great American Ballpark. The Cincinnati Reds are away this weekend, and they're hosting this big golf event where you can go and hit golf balls onto the field. I'm not a golfer. I suck at golf. I don't like golf. It's not my thing. It's not me. I'm really just there for the social aspect of all of this. Quick little outfit of the day. The dress is from Tommy Hilfiger. Obviously, looks very different from the side. I am 27 weeks tomorrow, and then just some, cute little sneaks. I think these are Adidas. And makeup is very, very light because I feel like, I don't know, I think it's because I'm not one of those people who really gets tan in the summer months. I feel uglier almost in the summer months because I'm just, my hair is like frizzier from the heat. I'm sweaty. Whereas in the winter, it's almost like you're like a little winter princess. Like your hair is silky. You have that I don't know. And this is unfortunately going to be a pretty long stretch that we're leaving our sweet little Prince Asher. But with his recent diagnosis of bronchitis, I just don't feel comfortable putting him in doggy daycare right now. So he's just going to have a nice evening of relaxing, we shall say. Guys, unfortunately, Zach is currently dealing with an extreme body odor issue.
Someone's dealing with a stench for our minds.
No, let me explain. We both get in the car, and in my head, I'm like, yikes! Like, I'm like, yikes! I'm literally gonna cry off all my makeup, but
It's not even that funny.
in my head, like, oh no. I'm going to pee my pants. Okay, I'm literally like, do you see how the tears? The reason I'm laughing so hard is because in my head, I was like, oh God, like, what is that? And then out of my, the corner of my eye, I see Zach. You just say it.
Oh no, I got it. I started smelling my pits just to do a double check. And I'm good. I showered, I put deodorant on. I smell like $1 million, but Clancy put this perfume on that just a stench.
No, Zach.
She smells like an old lady with deodorant right now.
Okay.
And it's her. She's like blaming it on Subway.
No.
I was in the car 3 hours ago.
I was just about to say, we had Subway for lunch. That's what it is.
It's not what it is.
Then
I smelled your skin. The Subway didn't rub off on your nasty skin.
No.
It's straight from you. You're the source.
There is a combination here, I will say. The perfume is a little more like old lady than I normally go for, but the Subway really is what got me. Zach, I am covered in tears. Last night was so much fun. It was just good getting together with everyone because the older we get, I feel like the harder hanging out is. Like, it used to be just like, oh, obviously every Friday and Saturday we know we're going to the bars, we're going out to eat. It was just like an obvious thing. And nowadays, I mean, some people have kids, some people, I mean, everyone's like dispersed buying houses. Like, it used to be everyone, I feel like, lived like in this one area in Cincinnati, and now it's like everyone's here, there. So it is always nice to get together with people. I suck at golf. And like, it just, you know what, like, I'm not trying to be a pro golfer, obviously, but it sucks doing something you know you're awful at. Like, you just feel like an idiot, like an absolute idiot. I'm like, can someone get me a pickleball paddle, because I feel awful. But I decided to come to Target. This is embarrassing, guys. I just love Target, okay? First of all, I'm coming here like with a purpose. I really want to buy a mirror for the nursery, but coming here fills me with endorphins that I can't even explain. It's literally like a shopping spree, but I don't get endorphins off of actually buying things. Like, I'm probably not going to buy anything, if anything, just the mirror. I get endorphins from looking, like just seeing what's out there. Like, oh, I could get this, or I could. Like, I never actually like really get this stuff, and that's a good thing. I guess it's good that like seeing is all I need to do. But yeah, it's just like 1 minute I'm looking at the books, the next time I'm with the clothes and the home decor. It's magical. So figured I would do that. It's only 10 a.m. I feel like, oh my gosh, since we got Asher, my mornings, I mean, it's just like up and at it. Like 10 a.m. on a Sunday, I used to literally just be still comatose on the couch. I'd probably honestly be hungover if, I wasn't pregnant and drinking. Nowadays, so far today, I have edited a video, sent it into a brand, walked Asher, took him home, walked myself. I went for a walk, watered my flowers, and then ate breakfast, and then now I'm here. But like, oh my gosh, I just love getting stuff done early in the morning. So that is what the game plan. That's really the only game plan for today. Zach is back at work, but it's good. He doesn't go into work until noon, so Asher isn't alone. I feel like after leaving him all last night, like, I just hate leaving the little guy alone. So that's why I'm kind of racing to Target earlier in the morning. And by the way, I'm putting on this jacket because it might be 85 degrees outside, but inside Target, I just know it's going to be so cold. Like, that's the only problem with summer. I just feel like you go from like this extreme heat to like all of a sudden blasting the AC, which like I get, but sometimes it's just a little too much. So I'm prepared. Nowadays, my feet just automatically walk to one specific section of Target. Like, I'm not even really doing it right now. I can't help it. This is all so cute. And I've resisted. I have not purchased one thing from Target when it comes to baby clothes yet, because I don't even I just don't even know what I need. It's also confusing thinking about what he'll fit into, because all the measurements are saying he's very big, but who actually knows? Some babies actually skip the newborn phase of clothing because they're just that big. So, and obviously, like, he's gonna be born in the fall, so this cute little set, this would not work. But I don't know, like, I just don't know. But these are so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this blanket ladder would be so cute in the nursery, but why? I don't even understand. The profit margins must be insane on this thing. I just woke up from a very spontaneous 2-hour nap. Like, obviously, normally if I were planning on napping, I would make it dark in here. It is so bright. I literally was bringing up like these lip glosses, like lip gloss, lipstick from last night to put back in my office, like at my makeup studio, not studio, but like my little makeup area. And next thing I know, like, I'm waking up, like, I was so tired, like, oh my gosh, I'm still so tired. And Asher's like, what is wrong with my mom? Why is she so lazy? Asher, it's okay. Sometimes we just gotta be lazy, okay? It's a few hours later. I am definitely a lot more awake. I got a lot of work done, which was good, like a few hours worth, and that very much so needed to happen. And now, as Zach grills us up some dinner, he's having steak, I'm having grilled chicken. I am experimenting a little bit, which you guys know I've been loving my little kitchen experiments. The one thing that I have not been able to satisfy craving-wise is brownies. You guys know it was like a tragic incident when I tried to do those vegan brownies that turned out horrible, like absolutely horrible. They were rock solid. And the other day when I was at Trader Joe's, I saw this box mix, which I know we try to be, professional bakers on here, but every once in a while you just gotta see what the box mix is all about. And it just looked so good. I mean, I love how I say it looked so good. There's literally like not even a brownie on the box. But I don't know. I just thought like, wow, if this could really turn out, that would be phenomenal. And I am experimenting a little bit with, I realized it only called for 1 egg. I'm allergic to, not allergic. Wait, no, I am allergic. Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant and I'm allergic to egg whites. But if it's such a small amount, I think I should be okay. Like 1 egg in an entire, like obviously I'm not sitting down and eating the whole freaking like pan of brownies. So I'm experimenting with the taste of this, but also to see what my stomach does. Because I've seen like egg substitutes, but it just did not work for me last time, to say the least. Oh. All right, it's a very good sign that this smells phenomenal, but I've been deceived before. Anything can smell good. The taste is really just like the big test. I just got an Abercrombie order in the mail, which I'm excited about, but I'm fully ready to return if I don't absolutely love it. I have my baby shower coming up, which I have not known what the heck to wear to that. I mean, obviously a dress. I just feel like things are fitting a little weird these days. And so I figured possibly this thing might do the trick. / I'm also apparently going to be doing a maternity photo shoot because I totally forgot when I booked with my photographer for the, like the pregnancy announcement photos. She offers packages. So you get like 4, I think I got 4 with, obviously that means you get a discount. So it was the pregnancy announcement, maternity pictures, newborn, and then I think at like 6 months or a year, which is gonna be super sweet. Okay, I am sold. Everyone, I feel like, and their mother has this type of dress, but there is a reason for it. It's just so perfect. Like it just fits so nicely, and the patterns they have. I saw this yellow one and I fell in love. Oh my goodness. So honestly, this one might do the trick for both baby shower and the shoot. And I mean, technically I have 3 weddings this summer. I'm only making it to 2. Because one of them is the day before my due date. And I've gone back and forth on this. I feel bad not going to the wedding, but first of all, there's a chance I will have a newborn. Obviously, the due date. I think my doctor, when she told me my due date, was like, there's a 3% chance that this will actually be the day the baby comes. And then also, let's say I haven't gone into labor yet. I'm literally going to be about to pop. Like, I just can't imagine it being very fun for me. But then the other thing is, what about Zach? It's Zach's best friend's sister, who, like, so he's really good friends with the family. What about Zach? Because the thought of me going into labor and him being at a wedding with quite a few cocktails in his belly, like, that's scary. My mom will be here, I think, because she is going to be getting an Airbnb for a couple of months, just help out with baby and all, but like, obviously I want Zach, and I don't know what to do. And the wedding is like a solid 30 minutes from our house, 35 minutes maybe even. So give your thoughts and input. I am very confused on that whole situation, but I definitely, it's probably really not in the cards for me. Sit down and have a little chat so that I can fill you in on Zach and I's problem, which I never thought this would be an issue for us. I never thought this would be an issue for me ever, but it definitely is. And I'm actually gonna flash it back to Father's Day because one of the gifts I got Zach can give you an idea as to what we are currently dealing with. Here lies the issue with my life, okay? It's Father's Day. No, wait, we need to give a little preface. It's Father's Day, okay? He's getting 3 great presents. I give him this one. He goes, a book? I don't want a book because he could, like, feel it.
I don't know how to read.
But this one you're gonna have to read. Zach, by the way, this is your joke present. Don't worry, you're getting 2 other great presents. Do you see it?
Is it about names?
Well, just look at the cover. Do you really not know how to read?
The baby name wizard?
Yeah, we're going to have a baby named Wizard to help us decide. You look so concerned, Zach. It's just a book of names.
I know. That's what I just said. It's a book of names. And you said, did you read it?
But I haven't even talked to the blog about our current issue. You basically how you just completely deserted. Like, we had a name. We were calling the baby this name every day of our lives. And then one day we're sitting at dinner and Zach just goes, it's not it.
It's not. Were you happy with how I named our firstborn son?
I always knew you were going to be the one to... Zach is just...
And I'll figure it out. Just need my time.
For the record, I know everyone's very invested in my gift-giving abilities. I also gifted Zach Omaha steaks, and I also got him like a medical massage type thing. So, okay, just to let everyone know. But, yeah, the whole baby naming thing, I was never the type of person, like, I never thought too far ahead in life. Like, I was never the type of girl who planned her wedding, like, from the day she was 6, like, always imagined it. I never had my baby names picked out. Like, I guess I tossed around, like, names for fun when I was younger, but obviously nothing serious considering we have nothing right now. And, like, as someone who is so type A and such a planner, I can't even tell you what this is doing to my soul. I mean, I feel like I've pushed it out I've just, like, shoved it out the window ever since, should I tell you guys the name? Should I just say it? We seriously, this was probably at like 7 weeks pregnant, came up with this name. Not that we came up with it, it's not original at all, but decided on this name. I've been calling the baby this since we found out it was a boy, because obviously, so we had like a whole list of girl names, like literally, like I still have it on my phone. I don't know where my phone is, but our girl name list popping off. Like, I love all of them. They're so amazing. And our boy list is struggling. Like, when we said it in our gender reveal, when we found out it was a boy, we just said, like, okay, well, we have one name. I guess that's all we need. We just have one name on the list. And that name was Finn, which I can now tell you guys, since we're not doing it, Zach literally just randomly sat down at dinner one night and was just like, it's not Finn. And, like, I can't even tell you how shocking that was. Like, we've told everyone, because I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, it has to be a surprise. I've like just never loved that. Like, obviously, like publicly, like on YouTube, but like to friends and family, I'll never forget going on a tangent. One time I'm sitting with a person who I'm like, you know, I'm friendly with, and we're both getting married that summer, and she says, oh my gosh, like, let me see your dress. You have a dress picked out? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Pull up my dress, show her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let me see yours. And she says to me, oh, I'm not showing anyone. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but the fact that you, like, ask me, like, anyway, whatever. I'm still a little bit bitter about that moment. I was just like, this is the weirdest thing ever. So we've told everyone that the name is Finn, and now it is not. It is not. And we went through many pages last night. None of them are striking a chord. We still have many more to go through. I mean, obviously this book is huge. But like, we literally have nothing, and it's at the point where like I don't even like talking about it, because I feel like he says a name, I'm like, no. I say a name, he's like, never. Actually, we had to have a talk. I had to have a talk with him, because I was like, Zach, it is very offensive, because granted, like, even if I really hate a name he says, I always just say like, oh, like, no, I don't really see that one. Meanwhile, this is Zach.
What? Why would you ever even say such a name? Oh my god, this is crazy. That's awful.
So I had to have a talk with him, like, Zach, like, that's very offensive when you get like that about my name choices. So I think, comment below if you would be interested in us doing a names we love but won't be using video, because that could be interesting. I know it sounds so simple. Pick a name. There are so many of them out there. None of them feel right. None of them feel right. And then you have to plug it into like our last name, and it's just, none of them feel right. Naming Asher took like 2 seconds. And honestly, seeing him helps, but there's no way I can wait until like I'm holding my baby, who is literally gonna look like an alien. You know, Asher looked like Asher, right? A puppy is cute. Babies, newborn babies, I don't want to say anything mean, but I've never really found newborn babies to be that cute. Yeah, that just sounds crazy to wait until birth, especially for my type A self. So yeah, I don't know. Like, normally this would be the time where I'd ask for feedback, advice, but no one can really give advice. Like, we just need to get our ish together and somehow come up with the name that everyone will call this little boy for the rest of his life, even when he's 50, even when he's 60, and I have to say, so I have an interesting perspective. I want him to have, I don't want just like, you know, Matt, Joe, Nick, like, right? Like, I don't want that necessarily, but I do know what it's like growing up, and granted, like, I've come to enjoy my name, Clancy, but on the day-to-day, it really is annoying. I can't emphasize this enough. Like, I cannot go into a store or or like, you know, just have a conversation with someone in which I have to say my name, like, you know, various things, like when I'm doing my rewards at stores or giving my email, where the person will say, oh, Clancy, like that's an interesting name. Or if they don't see it, when I say Clancy, they say, what? Oh, like, and it's so weird because I grew up Clancy. Clancy is as normal to me as the name Brittany. But for other people, I guess it is this really weird thing. So, and even just like, yeah, when I have to, like, when I meet people and just going through the whole, like, oh, like, I literally have a tagline. I say, it's like Nancy, but with a claw. And like, because sometimes people really just cannot understand what I'm saying for some reason. And that, like, sometimes it comes down to that. So I have that in mind, that I personally find that annoying as someone who has a unique name. But I do enjoy not having, like, I never had to grow up like Clancy B, like, right? Like, no one, there were no other Clancys, which now looking back on probably was nice. But yeah, so this is where we're currently at in our situation. Having a nice little family day at the park. It's like surprisingly pretty crowded. I think obviously like summer. Zach, in this vlog, I discussed our current problem that we have with the whole name situation. Do you have any final thoughts? Any input?
It's a work in progress. That's really all it is.
I told them the name, that it's not going to be Finn. I revealed all. Tell them about why you say no to Finn.
Just don't think I want my son to be named Finn. Is that a crime?
It stinks because we literally named Asher in like 30 seconds. Like, Zach was just like, oh yeah, I like this name. And I was like, oh yeah, I like it too. And then Asher. But we will persevere and eventually we will find a name. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I will see you next time. Bye.